good day, good afternoon, good evening, good wherever you are in the world. It's a beautiful February the 15th, and right now when I'm looking out of my wonderful window, the sun is shining. It's cold, but the sun is shining. And I can see, and I've got breath, and I am great. Even though I feel a bit like I've got COVID in one nose, but I don't. Sorry to bring that up, but I don't. It's been a very interesting weekend, very interesting observation of life in general and what's been going on. And, you know, when you're sucked into your own little world, right, you forget that there's different walks of life around you. You forget that people have different attitudes, not at you, but just have a different life. It's like you watch and you go, oh, I didn't know that person did that. Someone decides in cold winter of COVID, I'm still going to go and climb a mountain in snow. In COVID, somebody decides, I'm going to be a magician. Why didn't I think of a magician? I think I must have saw it in the news this morning. But there's so many different people just trying to keep it together and really keep it together. I had to just make sure that I'm so glad I came to the love episodes to the end of it. Anybody else can put their hand up and says, I had the great Valentine's Day, or even though I'm with someone or not, it just wasn't the same, blah, blah, blah. Get over it. It's now 15th of February, and today you should still be in the same position you was yesterday. You're in love. Should be no different. Seen some wonderful, wonderful photos of things. I've had my friends who have, guys actually, which is the most beautiful thing ever. I've had a couple of my male friends email me and sent me the most amazing balloon petals, the things that they've done for their partners. I was like, oh my God, I want one of you. It was just so amazing to see. I loved it. And there was not even a pang of jealousy or envy. For me, I was gushing like it was me that was receiving it. I was gushing because they felt that before they even shared it, they're telling me that this is what I'm going to be doing for my partner, my wife, my girlfriend, my lover, my soulmate. It was just beautiful. And it just left me with the most amazing smile on my face. It was just, it was great. And then, I got, and funny enough, also, guys that I hadn't spoken to in an age, and let me just tell you, I have nothing with them. I've never done anything with them, but it was just so lovely. They took the time out to send me a Valentine, it was just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm not saying I don't believe in it. Of course I do. But I'm not going to send it out to someone to give them the wrong impression. But what I did do, I chose a batch of wonderful people, both male and female, and I sent out Valentine's love. I don't care if they didn't believe in it. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Daddy. It's my dad's birthday today. Look at me digressing again. Anyway. But I decided that there's lots of people out there who are single, they don't have anyone, or, COVID, they've broken up, and they just needed that little bit of love and cheer just to get them through the day. And hopefully today's a different day. A lot of people were so glad for it to be the 15th that they didn't have to think about Valentine's. But my darling, love is just got to be every day. You've just got to try and love every day. So look, come on. We can always have Christmas every day. But, that's why we have Christmas just that one time in the year, so that we can show that extra bit of je ne sais quoi, that love, and here's a present for you, or Thanksgiving. It's just is what it is. For those who don't believe in it, take a pew, sit down. We get it. It's pagan, whatever. Get over it. Let's just try and get on. Now, talking about trying to get on, which brings me, I was having a really great conversation with a friend of mine. I seem to have a lot of friends that I seem to have conversation with. Because if I don't have these conversations, how the hell am I going to give you my standing in my truth? And these are all just walks of life standing in my truth now. I wouldn't say today, but just various conversations I've had with various different people. And what came out of the conversation was, one, competition, energy, hatred. Damn, such a deep word. Hatred, jealousy. It was just a lot. And where do I start without, look, most of it was people didn't understand how the people that they've known for a long time, how they felt that they thought, let me tell you what happens. Oh, let me give you my observation, right? I think that, we've all had friends over a long period of time. And most of the times, our friends aren't the ones that comes to your house. They're friends that you say, oh, yeah, we're going for drinks on the Friday night. We're part of a little unique group. And all they do is drinks on a Friday night or maybe dinner on a Saturday. And we might go clubbing. And for some of the older people, you'll be going to some shebeen. Shebeen, for those who don't know, in a whole different world, is, those dark, deep, seedy sort of house parties that go on till late hours of the morning, that you see people coming sort of hiding their faces like, damn. In other words, after hours clubbing, basically, black, white, we all do it. Anyway. So you have this group of friends that you're all mixed with. And so that your level of conversation is what you're going to be wearing, where you're going, who you're going to see, who's going to be there, that guys. And it's just fun. It's all life and it's exciting, especially if you've been working all day, all week, or caring for someone all week, or whatever it is you've been doing. Even if you've been sitting your ass at home, just working from home, or I'm talking about before COVID. This is what your life is on the go, constant on the go, or you've been maintaining children. It's time to just let your hair down. Okay, here we are, we're in lockdown. Where's those friends? Do you know those friends? Because those friends, you don't really have that conversation with them, apart from going on holiday, or you've never really probably been in each other's houses. It's just like, it's always the link up and the telephone conversations, or we never did Zoom or WhatsApp, that, FaceTime and all that much. It was always, let's just telephone each other or WhatsApp, whatever do you know what I mean? The communication levels. If you're at work, you're tapping away a little email from your personal email. Oh, look what I just found on Boohoo. Ooh, did you see that outfit and Pretty Little Thing? Or some of you are trying to outdo each other when it comes to outfits, so you're not going to tell each other. Or you got those who you just meet up and you go, oh my God, you're getting ready to go out. What are you wearing? That's women. You got the men who says, brother, this is where I'm going, or, I have tickets to the rugby and this is what we're doing, or I've got tickets for football. And, it's like a little glee club. It's just a club. That's it. We're now in lockdown. Where are those people? Where are they? What have you now got in common? Because one, you're not buying clothes to go anywhere. Two, you're not going anywhere anyway. Three, what do you know about each other? That's crazy. And I'm not talking about everybody. I'm giving you a scenario before anyone goes, it's bullshit. But let me tell you something, folks. It isn't bullshit. I have had the conversation with complete, utter different walks of life, having this same conversation. And their conversation is this. Yeah, I had a couple of friends and blah, blah, blah. Would you know I haven't heard from them? And I was like, but you're out with them 24/7. How do you mean No, haven't heard from them. Haven't heard from them. And when things have got sticky, icky, relationships gone bicky, haven't heard from them. And all of a sudden they feel they can't actually open up and relate to them. They can't actually go to those friends and say, boy, things is bad, I lost my job. Or they can't go and say, guess what? John has been kicking the shit out of me. Because they don't know these people that they've been hanging around with for God knows how long. Let's rip the script. Let's flip the script. You got the friends that you know. You still hang out, you still talk, and now and again you reach out to each other, and all of a sudden it's like you have to become creative, or things are going on in your life. There's things that you've now decided you want to transcend to a whole nother level. There's things you want to do. You've got dreams and aspirations, and you start to follow those dreams and aspirations, and you may even say, let me tell my friends what I'm doing. Let me get my group of friends together. You're all excited, only to find that your friends are not feeling you. And you actually realized how they think about you, how they feel about you, what they actually genuinely feel about you. Now, look, you can't expect everybody to think the same or be on your same wavelength. You cannot. It's wrong to assume that everyone thinks the same. Did you not hear the song? If everybody looked the same, we get tired of looking at each other. If everyone thought the same, could you imagine? We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. There'd be no logic. There would be no calm. We would not be free spirits. Some of us wouldn't be free spirits. Some of us would be killed just for our imagination and our thought process. Come on now. But you do, if you have a clique of you that, you would lay your life down for them. You would actually lay your life down and say, I will vouch for that person, only to find that that person wouldn't vouch for you. Damn. That's a bitter pill to swallow. Very bitter pill to swallow. Hands up, how many people have had that issue? As per normal, if you checked any of my my podcasts, my hands is up. And at first, this is how much this is going to consume. Let me show you how much it consumed me. Damn. Anybody who is a Scorpio, right? Some of us are not all like that, but I am one Scorpio that when I'm angry, you need to run. When I'm angry, my anger becomes such a mist that any blessings that is due to me is blocked. And I mean, it's blocked and it's blocked and it's blocked. Do you understand? And I don't even know that I'm blocking my own blessings. I don't even realize I'm blocking any form of good energy that needs to come into my life, because I am too busy focused on someone saying something to me, or someone saying a word out of turn to me, or someone acting just a little bit of ski whiff out of turn to me, because my energy levels are so susceptible. It's like having a sixth sense. And I know when you're throwing shade, and I know when you're paying fakery, I call it, compliments. And if you listen to my podcast way right at the beginning, I said about stepping out of the comfort zone and giving people the benefit of the doubt and watching fakery and, hey, listen, it is rife. And so I had to say to myself, how do I overcome that? The things I had to teach myself. I mean, even earlier today, I had to turn and say to another friend of mine who was literally going, and I said, let me just say this to you. Let me just say this to you, my sister. Let me say this to you, right? I have been in your shoes. I've walked your shoes 1,000 times. And I'm so grateful and proud of myself that I can actually tell you I have been a hater. I'm proud of myself to let you know that I recognized how envious I can become and what my envy looks like and how I sound with my envy And what I had to do to say to myself, I did. When I found that one of the people that I thought that I had a bit of loyalty to, who I've actually laid down, if I was in a battleground, King Arthur would have come with his sword and I would have said, yes, put that sword in my chest, because guess what? She is good as gold. Yeah, fool me. Right? And when the words of you can tell like certain words are being said on social media and, like innuendos, I looked at her and I thought, I don't know who you think you're fooling, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me just remove myself from any part of your energy. Let me remove myself from any form of social, visual, mental, and I took myself away. They have no idea I've done that. But I took myself away because I don't need to tell them. And this is what I'm saying to anybody. You feel a way about anything, take yourself away. You don't need to explain your life to nobody else but yourself. You're the one that has to sleep with that conscience. You're the one that have to look and feel, what have I done? Doesn't matter what you've done. There's either sorry, I didn't mean it, get over it, or you didn't do it, shut your mouth and move on. Simple as that. It just really is that simple. If you have any conscience whatsoever, and you've done wrong to somebody, face up to it and just say it. Have the conversation. But if you don't see that conversation happening, remove your damn self from the conversation. Stand in your truth and say, do you know what? F you, Sabu. F you. Right? So I said to the person today, listen to me good. Anger gets you nowhere. Madness gets you nowhere. Wish them well. Wish them well. Right now, people aren't reaching out to each other. People are looking at each other on social media and hating that person is doing better, or that person is trying to strive for greatness. That person's trying to build a house. That person's trying to, create a garden. How can you be envious of someone who's trying to make a garden, for crying out loud? Come on. The level of the people that you attract is who you become. You need to let those people go. Let them go. You're not on that level anymore. If COVID hasn't taught you anything, where have you been? Why are you still trying to be on the level of those people who have nothing to offer you, nothing to give you, nothing to teach you, nothing to take you to the next section of your life? Your life is your movie. And you need to make sure that when people watch that movie, they laugh, they cry, they look at you, they say, oh man, that was a great ending. That was a great inning, like a cricket score, because you turned it around. Don't let anybody just walk into your life. It's your movie. It's your film. Script it, write it the way it needs to be. Come on now. So I know I've been angry, and I know that I had to tell myself, you stop that right now, because you're not going to love yourself. And this is the last time I'm going on about the whole love yourself, because, it's not just, it has to be an everyday thing. And I could see I wasn't sleeping. I'd look at that person's photo and I'd think, It's like having an ex-boyfriend, isn't it? I was saying to you must be wondering, how many exes have I had? I don't have a lot of exes. I just, you know what I mean? As I said, if you listen to my podcast, you'll see that I've only had a handful. And funny enough, apart from one dying, I'm friends with all of them. That's the beauty of love, beauty of life, living good. When you live good, you have to learn to live good. Yeah, you can't all live good. Good and bad happens everywhere. But if you can, make it happen. Never too late to change. I'm changing every day. I think differently every day. I know that I run Standing in My Truth as a business. I run it as a YouTube. I run it as a podcast. And I had to say to myself, stop watching what anybody else is doing and just concentrate on you. Why did you start this? Why are you doing this podcast? Why? I had to ask myself. And so what I slowly started doing was run it the way that I have dreamt it and wanted to be a presenter and, focus on that. Remove myself from certain elements of social media that fulfilled me none. The people around me, none. If anyone got angry, if people weren't supporting me, it's because I realized the people on this is another thing. The people, have you ever noticed that the people on your actual social media, right? Forget about the like. Let's include the likes. Have you noticed that the people on your social media aren't the people that support you? Then they don't support you. A handful of your friends may support you on social media. So if you've got like 3,000, 5,000 friends, did you actually meet them? Do you actually know those 5,000 people? And in the cold light of day, when you're actually trying to do something, do they support you? It took me a while to realize that the people I had on my Facebook page were actually not people to support me. They may like me, but what I do, they don't like. And I had to say to myself, like my podcast, it's my daily blog. I'm hoping that whoever listens to it understands that, I have a dream. I have things I want to do. It could be that I just want to bloody go to work. It's not just about being a creative person and my daily blog. I'm telling you that there are other people out there that really wants to do things and they want to share, but they're so scared of sharing because of the negative energy that comes back from people. Oh my God, yeah, I'm getting negativity like I created negativity. But I have to use that negativity to turn it into a positive. Because if I don't, I'd be still sitting on my sofa, which I was doing for 3 months and couldn't move because I didn't know what I was doing with myself. I live alone. Not everybody lives alone. But then I knew I had something to do. And so I got off my ass and I started to do certain things. I even asked people to co-present with me and I got turned down. Not once, but 3 times. Well, how about you co-present? Let's talk about sports or let's do blah, blah, blah. I got turned down. And each turn down became a blessing. It's a blessing. Because I want to motivate young people. I want to motivate every diverse culture. I want to motivate, to inspire that every single no is a yes. You can turn a no into a yes. Every anger that we share blocks your blessing. Don't block your own blessing. What you do, you listen, apply, and make it work. This is Valerie M, aka Maxfield, standing in my truth. Happy birthday, Daddy. Sending you nothing but positive affirmations every time, every while. And this episode 19, standing in my truth. Take care now.